evening, everybody. Welcome to Pub Table Racers. We're halfway through July already. My name's Tim Packman. Sitting next to me is my great friend and co-host,
Warren Brosell.
All right, and welcome to tonight's show. Tonight's show we're going to talk about the trucks at Knoxville, Xfinity, and Cup at Atlanta. And we will also, then our guest tonight is Steve Wallace. How do we say? He's the son of Rusty Wallace, NASCAR Hall of Famer, driver himself, winning driver in many ranks, and now he's a custom builder.
Custom motorcycles.
And
a neighbor.
And my neighbor.
And my neighbor.
I said he was tough to find. He's right down the street. And we found out something. He also is an entrepreneur in lobster dogs.
Some of the best fireworks right here in Honeysuckle.
I'm sure he does. So that's what we got going on. Before we get started, I would like to wish you and Kim a happy 21st wedding anniversary.
Thank you.
21 years.
21 years.
Shall we?
Shall we?
Okay.
I mean,
I know you started already. Nobody's shocked by that. Good friend you are. Just leave me hanging.
Champagne.
Here we go.
cheers.
All right. So that's that, and that's to our good friend Bobby Ellison, who we, you know what, I'm not putting that thing.
Don't put that on.
I don't want to put it on. We have merchandise. We gotta market that stuff. Also,
We're not getting any of them unless
no,
someone requests them.
this is our friend Kelly made this. It's like a scarecrow. It's a prototype. She goes, let me know how you like it. It's a prototype. That's
They come in men's.
Also,
somewhere.
on a kind of sad note, Kerry Earnhardt, who was on a couple weeks ago, found out his mother passed away. So our condolences to him and the entire family and their time right now. So bless you, Kerry, and your family and everything in this time. So let's salute his mom as well.
Cheers.
There we go. Salute to that. And let's talk about the people who make this possible. Warren, who do you have behind you right there?
RacingJunk.com.
Why do I want to log on to RacingJunk.com?
Because they have everything and anything you possibly need for a race car and or your street car.
A motorcycle.
Four-wheeler, ATV, motorcycle.
Buy, sell, trade. Go check them out.
Right.
They even have shops if you want to get one of those. Also, Rapid Removal, Darren Russell, he's got just this awesome system with the 20-yard containers on rubber wheels, and goes in there and leaves it.
Doesn't hurt your yard.
Doesn't hurt your yard. Demolition, remodeling. He'll leave it there, he'll pick it up and take it right out of there.
Just clean your junk out if you're hoarding.
If you're hoarding.
If you're hoarding.
If you have a hoarder,
you know any hoarders?
call
If you
Darren
need
Russell.
an intervention.
Well, we'll do that part. What is this stuff? Wait, I'll buy that.
Yeah. And your shit is his bread and butter.
Thank you. I was waiting to get to that part. We got that. Also, the Garage Shop, our friends Aaron Brown and company over there. Log on or join their, subscribe on their YouTube channel. We got some really great stuff coming up. We're going to be going to Spaceport in a couple weeks. We got a really great announcement coming on next Friday. And then from Spaceport, New Mexico, we are going to go
To Salt
Flats in Bonneville. Be there. I'll be going like 2.5 weeks.
I know I wanted to go. I couldn't.
So since Warren can't go or isn't going, we'll probably do a couple shows out there. If you want to see some of Bonneville Salt Flats, we'll be out there. We'll give it a shot.
Make me jealous because I can't be there to see it.
I'll bring some
Awesome
salt back
cars
for you.
really fast. That would be nice. That would be cool.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay.
You're probably not allowed to take it.
They're not, actually, as I said there,
Yeah.
but I did.
If you get it on your shoes.
Snuck it into a little vial. There you go.
Right.
Just hope you don't get stopped on the way back.
Yeah, don't
What's
get
that?
Caught by DEA. No, it's salt, really.
It's salt, really. Here, put it on your egg. That'd be cool. We're doing that. So the Garage Shop, a lot of great things going on there. Speaking of YouTube, be sure to join our channel, Pub Table Racers. Also, check out our merchandise. There, it's available and for sale. And we appreciate you people that do that on our website. Do it there. Also, we have we have children's books, award-winning children's books. Funny Day on the Race Car.
Not Pub Table, right?
It's a book that I wrote way before we
How
did
to become a Pub Table
No,
racer.
we're not teaching kids that. We're not doing that.
But if you want to learn,
right, and pretty
you
soon,
got to be 18 or older.
Exactly, 21 or older. Right, that's it. So we have that. Also, we want to talk about Lake Norman Patio and Game Rooms. Our buddy Brad over there, I had a meeting with him the other day, and he said, hey, it's been great, but at the end of this month, he's going to move on to somewhere else. So we need a primary sponsor, and because if not, we're going to change the show to Lunch Table Racers, and we'll be sitting there drinking juice boxes because we can't afford beer.
Yeah, I won't drink a juice box.
Just go with the story. Help it. We gotta be pathetic here to get a sponsor.
Oh, no.
So, get in touch
You
with
don't
me.
have to be pathetic.
Just be fun.
We'll drum some business up here.
Sure.
But we appreciate Brad.
We appreciate Brad very much. He stuck with us, and go check out his stuff. He's got game rooms, patio furniture. I went over the other day. The wine.
I'll see if
The
I can
wine
get
cast?
Keselowski's machine shop.
There you go.
There's another Brad. We'll
Sure.
just get a
We'll
different
change Brad.
Yeah.
We'll go from Brad Doan to Brad
Brad K.
Sure. All right.
Are you ready for an upgrade? Need to refresh that patio? Want to add more fun to your home? Lake Norman Patio and Game Rooms makes it fun to stay at home. We offer a huge selection of high-quality outdoor furniture, pool tables, shuffleboard, ping pong, and much, much more. Your oasis awaits. So don't miss the boat. Take your patio or game room up to the next level. Lake Norman Patio and Game Rooms. Stop in today or visit us online at lknpatio.com.
So that's what's going on with that. Also, if you don't want to see our ugly faces, we are on Spotify, Google, Apple
Podcasts.
Podcasts. Right, got it. Okay, so that's it. There we go. Let's talk about the racing real quick. Knoxville. I don't know, man. That was a little more than. And here's my take. It's a dirt track racing. Those trucks are so heavy compared to what usually races there. And what was it? Jordan Anderson in the middle of the race goes, "I've never seen such disrespect in my entire life."
Yeah,
It was a wreck
It
fest.
becomes a complete
Demo derby.
disrespect for
What? Especially when you're
fellow
when you're
driver.
over. Yeah. Excuse me, coming through.
But that's what you're gonna have. That's what the viewers want to see, apparently.
And a little bit.
I fell asleep. I didn't get to watch the end.
I had to check in the morning.
And I mean, not
tried.
that it was boring.
I tried.
It was just it got to be kind
long.
of long.
Restarts were long.
Yeah.
And then they wouldn't line up. It's like, come on, man.
It got to be a little
I'd
bit
have gone single file.
a little bit overwhelming
Yeah.
because there wasn't much to watch
So,
till apparently the end where they all crashed. I woke up and everything was, big wreck.
okay, great. Stuart Friesen.
I came to.
came to. I woke up, you came to. Stuart Friesen and his wife, Jessica, raced against each other. He was doing good, top 10, and he got in a wreck and he finished one position behind her. And then the next night they went to Fonda in New York and she beat him in a modified race. She won, he was second, so got bested by her 2 nights in a row. He had to do, okay. Xfinity race, Kyle Busch won. How did he do it?
Yeah, what else do we have to say?
Right.
How
I
did
felt
he do
bad
it?
for
Oh,
Hemrick. Daniel Hemrick.
Yeah, he knocked
Daniel Hemrick. I felt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I ran over him. I didn't really mean it.
I didn't mean to run over him. Got him out of the way. But you know, there's karma or whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it. So the next
We're
day,
gonna have a Wallace on here. We can talk to him about how Earnhardt
Yeah, you all it out.
see what that's
Now
all
that
about.
goes.
All right, and so
Yeah, I didn't mean to hit him.
the next day, he gets blocked by his brother's teammate,
Right.
and he's whining.
Yeah.
But wait a minute, he had 24 laps after that restart to catch his brother and pass him. 24. So if he blocked him for a little bit, you lost the race because of him. No, you lost the race because your brother beat your ass.
You lost the race because you're racing against a Chevrolet.
That's a hole. There we go.
And they're pretty good right
But
now.
on a big note, I thought that was good for Kurt. Ganassi Racing, I thought that was really good.
He were going out of business, and boom,
We're
let's
sold it
win,
on
and
our NASCAR side.
It's
good.
a
So now he's
Cinderella story.
Cinderella story. Here we go. We already go to the Caddyshack for people who are not paying attention. And then the Cup race. Well, we talked about
That was
Kurt
it.
Busch, so that
Yeah.
was good. So we have one more week. We go to New
New
Hampshire.
Hampshire.
Then we have 2 weeks off.
Yeah, Olympics.
The Olympics.
I'm not watching 1 minute of it.
Really? Why?
I'm an American. I
Right.
believe in standing up for the American flag and cheering the American flag and
Right.
saying the Pledge of Allegiance
Yeah.
and
Don't turn your back
all
on it.
that
Don't
good
kneel
stuff.
on it.
That's right.
You're representing this country.
I
and
don't
not
want to see
representing
anybody disrespected. They
got
shouldn't
it.
be there if they do.
Got it.
Period.
Perfect. Okay. So we got that. Before we bring Steven up here, Frank Matthias says Steve O.
I knew
Steve
Frank would
Tidmore
be on.
here, and I'm on time. Tom Beatty, Pub Table Tubers, because what I did
Yeah,
on Sunday. Justin, our website guy. Cool, been wondering what Steven's been up to. Tom Beatty, happy anniversary, #1 fan.
Steven's going to tell you what he's been up to, and it's
Very
been really cool.
Mary
Y'all
Sue-
just quit talking. Let me do the talking.
Come on.
Jeez, you sound
Bring
like
him
your
up.
dad.
Bring him up.
All right, wait a minute. Brad donating fireworks tonight. All right, here we go. 97 cabins sold on the Bickles Bonfires Cruise. Ladies and gentlemen, former NASCAR driver.
Do you need that? You can take
And-
that with you if you want. I got another copy.
Yeah.
So they're talking about all these sponsors they got.
No, we don't got.
I want to promote Speedway Motors. And I was just looking at their banjo fittings. I actually went to SRI today, Greg Fernelli's place. I buy a lot of stuff from him all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I was really intrigued by the banjos because there was some stuff I needed. They had in that.
In Speedway?
Right in that
You
kind
can
of-
take that with you.
Well, good. You can have it. It's yours. We'll give you as a parting gift.
That might be a little bit old.
Kind of like us.
Oh, good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Steve Wallace, former NASCAR driver in Xfinity ranks, trucks, ARCA, and late models, and the son of Rusty Wallace, whose dad's watching over us tonight. There, you see,
There
Hall of
he is,
Famer,
man.
and now he's currently.
He looked pretty fun right there.
Oh, he was fun.
So I want to make sure I said Southern Country Custom.
Southern Country Custom.
Some kick-ass custom bikes that we have. We'll get to that in a little bit. 193 Xfinity starts, 6 top 10s, 34 6 top 5s, 34 top 10s. Trucks, you had 7 starts. ARCA, 13 starts, 4 wins. Late models, you did really good. 25 starts with the cars.
You should have named it, man. You should
What's
have about 100 concussions and said
Oh.
sore bones.
Well, we do know that you did have your moments where you tested the car stability. First of all, thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming all the way over here from what is it?
This is a unique deal because I watched your show,
Uh-huh.
you know, and I really didn't know where it was at. But it come to find out, it was just a couple
Right.
hours down the street
Sure.
from me.
We're kind of quiet over here on this side.
Yeah, it's cool,
I'm
man.
trying to cause no problem.
I always drive by your house. I see that pool back there. I'm excited to get close up to see it.
Well, you know
Do
what?
you have a pool?
I don't have one.
Oh,
No,
you don't have a pool?
No.
Well, Warren should
You're
have
welcome to
got
come
you.
over whenever you want.
I like the lake.
Don't ask till
I like
midnight. He'll be locked.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, you said come over.
When we go out of town, I'll just tell him, hey, we're going out of town. You can go use my pool, no problem.
You'll be all right now. I'm a lot
He
calmer.
doesn't even tell
All
me that.
good.
All right, would you care for a beer or did you bring your own tonight?
It looks like he's got
Um,
He's got BYO. All right, well,
This apple juice.
smells cinnamon.
Yeah.
Well, cheers, come on. We're going to do the cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thanks.
This is cool.
Yeah. All right, so first of all, let's talk about it. Okay, you're growing up. Your dad's a big-time race car driver.
Mm-hmm.
Did you travel a lot with him? And what was it like? I mean, you went to school and everything. And what was it like as a kid?
My life's a lot of stories.
All right, well, just
And
kind of
it's-
give us the...
It's all good stuff.
Okay.
So I did. I went to a lot of boarding schools. So I had. I went to elementary school. Blah blah blah. Did that. My dad was, an awesome father. And when I got a little older, I was a little bit more wild, I think, and maybe needed a little bit of
Guidance?
guidance. So. Like a lot of parents, I went to military school for a while. So I went to Hargrave Military Academy, got out of there. I got my GED and I was full blown race ready. Them traveling the roads
So,
racing
wait,
when I was 15 years
how old
old.
were you at boarding school, the one you finally the last one?
Oh man, went there. I was probably about 12.
Okay.
Got out when I was. I really don't know. My mom could tell me better than I
Okay.
could, but I'm gonna say 15.
Okay, got it.
But that was the best thing ever that ever happened to me, and I learned a lot from it.
Why is that?
Just as a child, just overall guidance and stuff. They called this deal. I'll never forget it. Ward Burton went to the same military school that I did.
Oh, really?
It's in Chatham, Virginia, called Hargrave Military Academy. It's a really big military academy, and they had this deal called the bull ring. It was a 50 by 50 black top square, and you had to walk with it with a 32-pound lead packed rifle. Rifle didn't work, but it was.
Just for weight.
For a weight, you'd say cuss word. That was what they called 10 merits, and 10 merits was 10 hours of boring. Well, come to find out, when they finally booted me out of there, I was a top qualified.
Were you the record
I was
holder?
a record holder. I had like 3,000 hours walk, but it was never bad stuff, man. I was always a really nice kid. I just always like to have fun.
So you
But you were
weren't.
in shape, weren't you?
Oh yeah,
Okay, got it.
You
I
weren't.
could walk with the best of them.
You weren't a kid in the motorhome lot with did you have? So you would be around the same. How old are you? Let me.
I'm 34.
34. So
Yeah.
you might be close to the Austin Dillon age, or
Hell, I don't know how old are they.
Austin's 30, maybe. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, okay.
So, but what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
is so a lot of these other drivers who had kids, their kids grew up with other kids.
Right.
You know what I
Drivers'
mean?
kids.
So
Yeah.
you didn't really interact with any of them other drivers' kids.
Not really, man. I was honestly, I mean, I can honestly, when I look back at my life, I was full blown racing when I was probably 12 years old. My dad's, my mom's dad, Eddie,
Okay.
Grandpa Eddie, I mean, my dad was full blown racing, and man, we were bandolero racing all around the country. That's where my very first interview happened. It was Tim Packman.
Really?
On Fox Sports South, yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But,
Holy
but
cow.
wait a minute. There's a story there, and I'm going to because it's great. So I'm doing the announcing legends. He wins first week. He goes by me. Okay. Wins a couple weeks later.
I didn't like all the interviews.
He goes by
Right.
me, and I'm like, so I finally went to the pits and I said, hey, could you do me a favor? Could you stop because there's little girls with your number and they're up there. And
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
And you were what that time? What were you? You were young.
12, 10 years old.
10 years old.
Like
And
10.
he went, okay. And I said, do me a favor. I'll make it real easy for you to get there. And the next time you won, you came by, and I said, you got out of the car. I'll never forget. So I looked at you, and you looked at me, and I said, I'll make it easy for you. You go, okay, thank you. Gets out, does the interview. Crowd goes crazy because it's Rusty's kid. Off he goes, and that was it.
That's your version, won't mine?
Yeah, I want your version. 'Cause
I'll tell you how it
I
went.
tried to make it easy.
I had an awesome sponsor, Haribo gummy candies.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
And Haribo was a big sponsor of my dad's at the time.
Okay.
So I win these races. It's on national television. This
Yeah.
wasn't like a podcast or
Right.
This was on TV then.
Yeah.
Man. And I kept driving by. I'd win. I'd go there, and man, I wanted to see my grandpa. We talked about air pressures and tire temps, and I was always a gearhead, man.
And here's Tim sitting out there going.
And I just said, man, I don't need to do them interviews. Let's just go down. I want to talk to Grandpa, figure out what car's doing, you know? And come to find out, but that's, hey, if you're going to win, you're going to park the car and you're going to talk on TV, and
Yeah.
you're going to represent us.
Get
Oh,
that
yeah,
sponsor
I'm
on
sorry.
TV.
I had to figure this out, you know?
It was right, but we made it easy for you.
Yeah.
It was yes or no. one or
Man,
two
you guys did.
And that was good. It was
Yeah.
great. I was like, oh my God, that's funny. And here we
So
are.
was that
Yeah.
Charlotte?
Charlotte
Yeah,
Motor
sure,
Speedway.
yeah.
When you were
Tuesday
doing
nights.
Tuesday Night Thunder or whatever?
A summer shootout. It
Summer
was called.
shootout.
Oh man, I raced with so many really cool people. We all grew up there. Me, Joey Logano,
There you go.
Reed Sorensen,
David Reagan.
I'll never forget this. This is a funny story. And man, we text back and forth every now and then stuff. But I've always considered him a really good friend of mine. And David Reagan, we were kids, man. And he had a sponsor. He was in Young Guns because he's a tick holder. He's a I don't know, probably 3 or 4 years older than I am, which is a big deal then.
Right.
When you're only
right.
10 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When you're 10 and
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
they're like your dad.
Well, no, I mean,
you know what I mean. You don't realize that.
He's older than I am, so he can say that. This is the classic. Look me in the eye. So you're like, I think it's like 10 to 12 in this class, 12 to 15 in this. Well,
Yeah.
he crashed his car, and I had a backup car.
Okay.
This is hardcore stuff. This is serious
Bandolero.
bandolero race.
Yeah,
This
sure.
is no joke stuff.
Backup car.
The real deal. We had a backup car. When I look back at it, it's funny to, explain it. So he crashed his car, and it was the last night of the race. I'll never forget. He came up, and I was a little man. He cried, Mr. Russ, I need a car to start the race with, and all this stuff. And he was, oh man, just get the car and go, And he went and won his Bandolero Young Guns Championship. I'll never forget the day I died. Yeah.
There you
It's
go.
cool.
No,
Yeah.
it's good.
That's good stuff.
Let's see, that's how it starts.
We're talking about memories, and that was a memory that burned in my head for a long time ago, years
Yeah.
ago.
So you're doing the Bandolero. You go. You did.
We were in Legend Cars for a
Yeah,
little bit.
right.
Yeah, that was just kind of a brief period, though. That was, I don't know, a year or so. And that meant a lot of fun. But, I mean, a lot of really good drivers came around that whole kind of time period and all that
Yes.
stuff. And, yeah, it's fun days.
And your dad was there a lot to help out.
My dad was there a bunch, man. Yeah, because kind of Tuesday night when you're NASCAR racing, kind of a dead night, kind of when you think about it. So, yeah, man, my dad was always there with me, typically. And we had a lot of good runs, man. A lot of fun.
He never came to Victory Lane to steal your spotlight.
Oh, never, no. Well, that's too far to walk, man. I was going to walk up there.
I'm just saying. I remember when we were talking today. I was trying to go back, and he never came out. He let you have your deal. He let you have your moment.
Yeah.
He waited for you back in the pits. That's one thing I remember about it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you go to the Bandoleros, and then you go.
Man, so, all right. So, yeah. On Bandolero racing, Legend cars. I moved to. I started racing some late model stock races. I had a Robert Hampke car. I never forget it was a 3-link car, and everybody was running truck arms. This is a big deal. And I ran that. Let me really look back these years because man, this is a fun point in my life because it was so innocent. You know, nobody really cared.
Yeah, by this time you're 16 or something.
Yeah, no, I was exactly 6. So I won my first race, my first late model race. When I was 15 at Elkin Speedway. A lot of people don't know this, but it used to be asphalt. And before it was asphalt, it was dirt. Now it's back dirt again.
Right.
And I won this big race called the Friendship 400. I'll never forget that. 400 laps. I was 15. I was just
wore out.
Oh, dead. I was dead. I mean, died. But 2 laps ago, me and this guy, hell of a race car driver, great person. His name's Jason York, the Reedsville Rocket, they call him. And the reason I know that because I had a lot of people trying to kill me when I was a kid at that point. And I turned his ass around and I won that race and it all kind of started from there.
Okay.
And man, I'll never forget it. We went on that year. I went on like a 5-year tear of short tracks, meaning low speeds, no downforce, a late model car.
Yeah, you're
right.
I was racing, man.
Racing,
I was a kid. I was having fun, and we won all them late model races. Won Snowball Derby, won a big race at Bristol, won the UARA Championship, and all this cool stuff. And when I was a couple years before that, I believe they changed NASCAR rule to 18. So I went to Michigan, and I turned 18 on the day that I won. And at the time, Marlboro was sponsoring a racetrack, and I'll never forget this. And in practice and all this stuff, I was running a ARCA car for Penske Racing. That was sponsored by Kodiak, big deal. But they pulled because I was so young, they pulled all the banners and stuff down. And then on race day, I was 18, they put them all back up. And
cool.
I went and won that race, and then we won.
Was that ARCA or was that
ARCA car? Yeah,
good,
yep. And I don't know, we went and won. You know how internet people are, they check your stats. You know what I mean? I don't know how many damn ARCA races won. It was like 4 or 5 or something like that year, but it was fun. Then went bush racing.
You won 4.
So that was with
Four.
With Penske. So was Dave Maneri helping you and all of that?
Dave Maneri is a second father figure in my life. When I was a kid, so the story with Dave Maneri is, him and my dad go way back. I've known Dave literally my whole life. Him and his daughter Christy. Man, when I was a kid, I always used to go there and hang out in the paint shop with Dave Maneri, look at the Bondo on me and paint, all over me. And I don't know if you can cuss on here or not.
A little bit. You gain character working with Dave Maneri because I had a lot of fun, man. And I remember years ago when I was a kid, him and Buddy Parrott come pick me up at the house. I'd ride around, just learn how to ride a bicycle and stuff like that. It's just when you look back, there's a lot of cool memories. With all those guys.
Got a note from Frank Mathalia here.
Yeah.
Says, hey, what up, Steve-O? How about the night you won Hickory and I came out of the stands?
Let me tell you this.
Wait, let me finish it.
I already know what's going on.
He says, I came out of the stands to tear down your engine. The officials didn't know what to think.
I'll tell you the whole deal.
How did you come out of the stands?
Man, I'm just going to tell how it is. I had this badass 604 crate motor. And everybody had these rules, but it's just a crappy, it's just like a box van motor, man.
Right.
It just is what it is. Old tubular push rods and just junk pistons, just a cheap, economical race motor. Well, you know how racers are. They'll take that and be like, they'll go spend $20 grand on a $2,000 motor just to make it run good, type thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
So
all the gray areas got exposed.
And I ain't dumb. I was raised by, I'm pretty smart when it comes to all the motors and chassis and how to build stuff and all that. And I had this little motor, man, the damn heads were decked 30,000. Big compression motor. And Frank, I said, man, I won, dude. He's like, oh, I am. So, long story short, they pulled the heads off the motor. We're in full. I'm gonna blow everybody out of Hickory Speedway, and I'm gonna let them tell them how this was, because this is what everybody else was doing. And at this point in my life, I really don't care about it. It's just a story to tell. So they take the heads off this motor, and this is how it goes. CC in a motor is pouring fluid into the combustion chamber, and to take how much fluid fills it is
how many cc's it
correct.
is.
the output of the head, you know. So he and I knew this thing was bad. He did too. He took pressure lube. Both pressure lube's this thick ass snotty grease that's you can jam a bolt in sideways and it'll go in there, you know. And he put it on there, and then he put a glass on it, and it was this motor appeared to be just junk, you know, like
he made up the 30 thou.
Right. Oh, with the thick ass grease.
With the thick grease, yeah.
Right. And he saved my life that night. And hey, forever. Where's the camera? Right there. I'm forever thankful to you for that, because I remember that.
So wait, did you?
No, I won it. Oh yeah.
You spanked everything.
Oh yeah, big ass trophy.
And he passed test.
Yeah, it was like $15,000, giant trophy. Yeah, big deal.
You were gonna get DQ for that.
It wasn't a junk race. It was a big one.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big 300 lap up there.
So you had your ARCA. You did well on that. And you won a quarter of your races. That's good. And then from there, you decided, let's try Xfinity.
So a lot of people think of me as it's harsh because years ago, I have a Twitter account, but I haven't been on my Twitter account, honestly, 13 years. I don't even know how to get on it. But it got so bad. How just hurtful and mean and
bashing you.
Just people are shit, you know. Just because I crashed my car doesn't mean I'm a bad person.
Right.
You got to blast me and try and kill me, big deal, you know.
Right.
So long story short, now we're talking about looking in at it, and I'm not defending myself at all. I was handed a lot of stuff, and I am massively appreciative of, and I know that for a fact. Don't think that I ran all this NASCAR stuff because I earned it and came from a hayfield driving a tractor, and now I'm a Cup superstar. It ain't what I'm saying.
Well, that's what happened with anybody anymore.
It doesn't. But man, I got thrown into from a car at Hickory to Daytona.
Yeah,
like a little bit of a jump
overnight.
Yeah.
Overnight.
The next day.
Yeah. What do you expect? You know, we had really good cars. We had. Looking back at it, and I never want to bash anybody. I'm not bashing anybody at all, but looking back at it, we had nice equipment.
Right.
The nicest equipment we could have. The chromest wheels, the nicest pit boxes, the nicest oil lines. But the cars, they weren't the best handling.
Right.
You know, and I had a year, I think it was 2000, man, I forget. I was like 2010 or 11. Mm-hmm. I ran 5th or 6th in points. I think it was 6. I barely missed it, but I was the highest, Busch Series then. I was the highest Busch Series guy, which was a pretty.
Besides all the Cup guys coming.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this.
Cup guys and me.
Yeah, I'm going to say this about that era. Okay, you weren't just racing one Cup guy. You were racing Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton,
Mark Martin.
Oh, top 15.
Yeah. I mean, the Cup guys would go there every weekend, and not just one or two.
That was like for 10, 15 guys. I mean, it just wasn't.
So it was a lot. You know, people claim people don't like it what it is now when Kyle Busch goes back there and beats all them young guys. You know, or maybe they're not quite as funded as him. But you know, back when he was doing it, and people don't realize that. Like I said, you're racing against.
It ain't even the same fans that watch it now.
No, you were racing against Dale Jr., Mark Martin, Jeff Burton.
His uncles? Were you racing against your uncles?
Probably Kenny.
Man, when I raced, Kyle Busch, it was Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards, Kevin Hart, Clint Boyer, Greg Biffle.
No slouches.
Come on,
I mean, it was like,
you know.
it was
so you know, you got nothing to be ashamed of, is what I'm telling you.
We ran. And I don't hold my head with anything, dude. Like I got two poles. I had a track record at Bristol for a long time in a Busch car. Like I mean, I was fast. I could have won a couple. I could have probably won 3 or 4 races that have burnt my head. Like it wasn't like all I ran like junk every week. I tore a lot of shit up. It was hauling ass when I did it.
Right. I like to say it like this. All the
people. I remember one time I wanted to kill you over there.
I wrecked so hard, blew the windshield out of the car. I got life flatted out. I woke up naked in a helicopter flying out of Bristol, Tennessee. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You don't hear stories like that.
No,
I'm telling you, that's big boy stuff.
Right.
Hey everybody, we really appreciate you watching us every Tuesday night on Pub Table Racers. And Warren and myself say thank you, but we need a favor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. As Elvis would say. Cheers.
Cheers.
We need you to do us a favor. On our YouTube channel, just give us a subscribe. It's free. We appreciate it, and that's all we really need.
Right.
Also, check out our website. What do we have there, Warren?
We have clothes, we have hats, we have
tumblers,
and you know anything else you need that it has to say Pub Table Racers, we'll make it.
And we have children's books award-winning children's books too, so check them out. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. YouTube, subscribe, totally free. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here we go. Appreciate you.
That whole deal to me with how my Uncle Kenny, he really helped me out with all that stuff, because you've got people, some people are just man, they're mean, dude. They're just mean. They just want to hate on you.
And that's what social media is.
And I'm a
because they ain't going to do it. There's people that can't do it to your face, right?
Man, people put me out to be like this big, just crazy animal. I'm like, dude, that's not, I don't know. That's just not me. I've never been like that. And
we're back. We're coming back.
We're just talking, so
that's fine.
We're just rolling into it, whatever it is.
God, I hate that. It's the worst place to put that thing.
Well, you must have touched it.
Well, because no, what it does is just drifts down there. All right. Okay, we're back again. All right, sorry about that, folks. The technical problem, but we're good now. All right, so we were talking
about... We're going to get a new IT guy.
But I'm the guy.
We can't afford...
Wow, get down here!
We can't afford a new IT guy.
Yeah, exactly. We're losing our title sponsor, juice boxes.
That's a Wayne World thing.
Mom, get down here. All right, so we were talking about how, these people always were on you about it. But I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't that guy behind us give you the best that you could have? Why would he not do that for you?
No, God, no. I'm not. He's not saying at all. He did through the moon and back, and up, down, Mars.
Yeah.
Oh my God, our stuff was great.
Yeah.
It was just, I think I needed a lot to learn. Sometimes money can't buy everything.
True.
Okay.
Right.
Doesn't matter what sponsor you have. I had good sponsors, and man, back then teams spent money, dude. I mean, Busch cars were full-fledged funded, and the whole 9 yards. It just wasn't a deal of, but everybody looked at me different, because I was Rusty's kid and whatnot.
The expectations way higher.
Yeah, sure. Right? Here comes champion kid. Yeah. Man,
I won some big late model races, and I drove my ass off in Busch years, and we had some good runs and stuff. Right. But I had great guys, and man, I can't say one bad thing about anybody that has ever helped me or worked on our cars, and I put those boys through living hell because I tore up so much shit. But it was they were all great people, and I wish I could have done better for them. But at the time, I was younger. Just because the wheels are chrome and the stuff's nice doesn't mean the handle's good. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
There was one time you just brought it up. There was one time that I wanted to kill you, and that was when I was working. Oh God, I was working at R3 Motorsports.
I made you mad?
No, you totally trashed Robert Richardson Jr.
I was at Michigan off turn
Michigan, and we thought, because he had a red car that race, and someone did do you dirty in a red car, and we thought you went and got him, and like I was looking for you, and you were walking out, and we were both walking up, and you kept looking at me, and on the way out I was like, it's just not worth it. But it was just because yeah, because you were like we
were mean bugging, dog.
Yeah, you were slinking out, and I was chasing you down.
I never knew.
And they said, stop, it's not worth it. I go, damn, and it's like, but I loved your dad, because after it was Bobby Elson was your dad, and knowing he was a kid. But you know how it is. You just get, how racing is. You get caught up in the whole thing.
Oh, big time.
It was good. It was like an hour later, I was fine.
Some of the, what's funny you say about that? Talk about guys mad at each other and look back and shit. Jerry Baxter. Okay. I've known Jerry Baxter forever. Jerry's legendary for crew chief. Worked with Michael Walsh forever. He's head crew chief for Richmond Motorsports. Well, one time, man, at God, we were racing. That was in Canada.
At the
Montreal
Montreal
road course. They had that damn what's the old boy's name? God, he's from there. He's like a legend. The whole grandstands want to freak out.
No,
wasn't it?
Carpentier.
Carpentier.
Patrick Carpentier. Yeah,
he was a good driver, and I mean,
great guy.
He still is a nice guy, but God, I get underneath him, man. He did it like 4 or 5 times. 4 or 5 times.
Chopping you.
4 races coming down to the end, dude. I'm like, bro, I gotta go, So I stuck my nose there, and he spun himself out. His car crossed over top of my car, and it spun him out.
Right.
He did it all himself. Well, Jerry after the race was pissed. I ran like 2nd or 3rd or something, and he came out and pulled my hair. I said, "Hey, girl, I want to pull hair," blah blah blah, a lot of other stuff, but. Now we're good buddies. So like you said, man, I want to kill you, but now we're talking on the show. It's the same thing. Yeah.
So the racing, when the racing came to an end, was it a decision that you and your dad, was something y'all made, or just you said, hey, you know what, I'm good.
I'll give you guys the honest truth.
You did a lot of late model racing stuff, even after
even now you're still getting several late model races.
It's crazy. So I ran. man, looking back at it, I've literally raced my whole life up until 2 years ago. I raced, I think my last year in the Busch Series was 2000. I think we shut our team down in 2011. Mm-hmm. We lost all our sponsors, and they wanted to go cup race, and there's a lot of, that's one thing I do not miss. There are so many snakes. I mean, just honestly, just the nastiest people. You literally just want to throw them in the lake and let them drown and watch them. How could you do this to me type people? I had this one guy.
It's true, man.
I had this one son of a bitch to work for him. I'll never forget him. And he deserved to be blackballed from everybody. His name's Chad Clark.
Oh, your name?
Yeah, Chad Clark. He was just a dirtbag.
Okay, got it.
Anyhow, that shut my whole NASCAR program down, about 200 jobs. But anyhow, I went back late model racing.
Well, wait, you brought it up. What happened? You just...
We shut down.
Screwed up
so did he stole the sponsor from you and went somewhere else? Or?
We'll just move on. But
all right.
I want everybody to know that.
Move on. Moving on.
Because there's a lot of great employees that you used to work for, and that's the real deal.
Right.
That's there's honest truth is that person. But anyhow, we moved on. I went back short track racing. We had some great runs. We've won. We won some really cool races. The Redbud 400.
Where's that?
That was up in Anderson, Indiana. We won some car store races. I'm just a bunch of stuff like that.
You had your car and another car, didn't you? Have two? Were you running two cars?
No, it was just mine.
Just you?
Yep. And I was. I've always been hands-on, man. My dad kind of. That's the other side of stuff that people don't know about. I mean,
I know you.
Like 10 years
I know. Even though you didn't know this, that I knew this, but I know you had to work on all them cars and take care of them yourself and maintain them.
Yeah.
And I knew that.
That was a lot of fun, but
someone I knew was working over there.
Moving by that stuff, we started this amazing motorcycle company called Southern Country Customs. I got a really cool partner. Mm-hmm. His name is Brian Patrick Wade. He's an actor. He's in The Big Bang Theory and all this type of stuff. And
what's his name?
Brian Patrick Wade.
Okay, so
Yep. Great guy, but man, we built all these motorcycles. Not to say built, we've had motorcycles forever.
Mm-hmm.
So let before you start.
Okay.
Did you build one of these motorcycles and then decided that this person liked it? How did that come about?
Oh man, so all through my father, man, my dad.
Did you want one of these that look? Because that look is unique.
It's amazing.
So my dad, I believe this year, I have to ask him, I can't speak for him, but I believe this is his 28th year straight going to Sturgis.
Okay.
And this is my 10th year. This year is, and kind of one thing leads to another with stuff, right? You ride this bike, oh, that guy got chrome wheel, that guy got a bigger motor, man. What can we do? And we're racers, so we just take everything that has a limit all the time. And then it went one thing to another, and hey, I'm start building a little bit, and hey, this is cool, and let's just do this, So we shut the racing stuff down. This was 2 years ago. Jet Machinery, they were an awesome sponsor of mine. They were a sponsor of mine for 5 years, which is just like how everything is in corporate America, where a company will sell and they get all new management in. It's like, all right, we're done with the racing thing. Let's go do this now.
Yeah, that
was just a classic case of that, and kind of there at the time. My wife got pregnant. Tara's, we had a little girl named Nova. And she's 3 now. I'm like, oh man, just the coolest thing I've ever done for my life.
Trick or treat.
This is absolutely the happiest point of my life.
Good for you.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. And,
how'd you meet your wife?
Actually through David Stremme.
Okay.
This was we've been together since I was 18. Since I was 18.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. People might, he's crazy or whatever. I've had the same girlfriend for 15 years.
Good.
And wife.
Now you're dad.
It's cool. It's sweet.
It's good.
I honestly really do mean that, man. We've been building these amazing. So let's get back on the topic.
Yeah.
So
your Uncle Mike just chimed in. Superstar bike builder. So.
We got sidetracked. So I got a little kid now. Blah blah blah. Moved on. Our motorcycle stuff it's I'm all in. I'm ate up 4 times more than any race car I ever drove in my life. That's all I care about. I eat, live, sleep, breathe. I hauled ass here from the shop, took a shower, flew over here. My hands are dirty, got shit on my nails still. We've been doing it. We built a lot of motorcycles, and my Daytona 500 is in 3 weeks in Sturgis. We're.
Why do you say that?
Because he's getting to take his product to Sturgis.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, it's a good comparison that we have racing fans and bikers.
Well, I don't necessarily know. It's not necessarily it is quasi performance, but I'll say this: there's so many bike builders, more so than a race car builders.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's so many great ones. I mean, there's a lot of good ones, man. And I don't stack up to any of these guys. I just build a good quality, cool product. I will always downplay myself. I build some cool shit. They build great stuff. Okay, but I'm getting there. I'm not walking anymore. I'm running pretty hard.
Good.
But we're building these bikes. Me and my dad are side by side. We work every day together, just about when he's not busy. Like when I literally just said I got here like 30, right when I walk in the door. I just left the shop with him, and we've got 6 bikes that are in current production, getting put together and assembled. There at the shop. But we go to Sturgis and have a blast, man. It's me, my dad, and Clint Boyer, and Walker Evans, and Don the Snake Perdone.
So I want to tell you something about
Jimmy, John, everybody. We park right next to each other.
About what you just said, because this is how it kind of hits home with me. So what you just said is my bikes aren't great, and they don't stack up to this guy or this guy or this guy. So here's what I say. And me being in the business for 23 years, and I'm a fabricator. A good fabricator never has to tell you how good he is. A bad fabricator will tell you how good he is, and tell you what he's done, and tell you how great he is.
Oh yeah.
So what I bet your stuff is pretty damn nice, and you're humble about it, and that's what makes it nice. That's what makes it good. Your stuff is gonna really be good eventually if it's not really good already. I haven't seen anything. I'm gonna hit you up to come over to your shop one day and walk around, because like I said, me being a fab guy, that's what we love.
You know what's cool about my motorcycles, and I'll just go ahead and say it.
Say it.
You can take his clothes off, seat naked. Every bolt on that thing's 12-point ARP, machined back bolts. There's not one thread overhanging.
Right.
Everything's perfect. All Deutsch connectors.
Yeah.
Biggest, baddest motors.
And the styles are
very
unique.
clean.
And the look,
it's clean.
Like when you get on one of yours, I mean, the ones I've seen probably 10 or 12, or following on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's like you're looking and go, geez, those things are badass.
Yeah,
like
they're spaceships, man.
If you rode up and one of those people go, what the heck's that? That's good though. That's your signature.
And years ago, I'm not going to mention the company, but there was a Napa bike in our shop at DEI.
I remember
and I'm not saying who did it. I'm not saying who
I've
built
got that same type of bike that I'm restoring.
Yeah, well, it was a mess. Like our fabricator guys looked at it and went like,
"You ain't got to name no name."
Really? They wiped Bondo over the welds because they were so bad to make them look good.
I had to entertain the dad and the brothers at DEI that time. I'm like,
okay, I'll leave it there.
Bike stuff's cool though, man. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life and stuff, and I'm all in. I mean, when I say I'm all in, it blows your mind all in. I leave my house every morning about 5:30, go eat at Waffle House, as everybody knows in the world. And we'll build some damn motorcycles there.
You are a Waffle House guy, man. It's like
we turn and burn them.
Good. So let's go back to your young years real quick. I was asked to tell you about the railroad tracks. You guys had a car that you built.
Yeah.
How old were you when you did the...
I mean, I was old enough to know better.
Is this Michael? Is this from Mike?
No, this is just someone told me.
All right, so the whole real story, because I don't have... everything I say is nice and it's cool and it's laughable, but I don't represent any sponsors or anything like that. And we had a nice time. I bought a 1992 Crown Victoria.
That's what I heard.
And a guy by the name of Richie Evans Jr.
I know him well.
He used to work at my shop for years.
Oh, you two together.
We were great friends, and we did some stuff.
Fun stuff.
I'm going to just say this. Some fun stuff.
Yes, fun stuff.
And, Richie's unique.
I forget who was living over there, man. It was Paul. It was Tim Andrews' voice, or Paul Andrews' kid.
Tim Andrews.
Yeah. Man, the other side of the railroad, the tracks. It was over there by Ginn's building. Bob Ginn's shop.
I know right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are from out of town, I think everybody's pretty damn local. If they know the tracks we're talking about, they're like this.
Yeah, it's like a golf course.
Oh, God, it's epic. And it was me, him, and, God, who else was it? Bryce Hildebrand and Dennis O'Connor Jr. And he, oh, yeah, I'm calling him out. We built this car, or I bought this car, and it was just a total bag, but it was awesome. Big, heavy. Yeah. We went on the other side of the tracks. Anyhow, my buddy stood up there on the road with the radio on, and this was, man, we weren't causing any trouble. This was just good, innocent fun type of thing.
Right.
And
you're just gonna jump this car over.
All clear. You know, all right, dude. Should we know? Boom! And dude, I looked at the stars, and we landed. We cleared the railroad tracks, and we landed. We got out and walked it. It was like 50 foot past where the one side of the railroad tracks ended. We crashed it so hard that this was a big cast iron just Ford motor, and it busted a block. I remember when we landed, the windshield just immediately went to fog. It busted the cylinder head. Oh God, it was insane.
It was a one trick pony.
Oh yeah. So we got it back to I called it my fishing boat shop.
Okay.
It was back behind my bush shop.
Right.
And man, we limped that thing in there and parked it. I remember
you drove it?
Oh yeah, it was on fire. Okay. Dude, the engine was orange. And we parked it. Yeah. And that's the last time she ever ran, man. Yeah. One and done. It was well worth $300 in fun. $300 in fun. I want to tell my mom I was highly responsible because I had massive liability insurance. Yeah. So we're good.
Everybody had their seatbelt.
Everybody wore seatbelt, helmet, and liability insurance. Everything's cool. Yep.
Oh my God.
And that was 18 years ago.
18 years. So it's good.
Wow.
That's all right. Get away with that stuff. Wally McCarty.
Know him well.
We call him Wally McCarty and Coke. He said he's proud of what you've done with your career and building his relationship with your dad. That's what's important. He said, I went to the shop and you demonstrated your bike stereo.
I did. And Wally brought back a 20-year picture of me. And it's crazy. I have this weird photographic memory. And I remember I used to go to all the Miller Lite functions. I look at this now, man. It was crazy because now it's like, if you're younger, you can't,
you couldn't have the Miller
shirts on. Yeah, man, we were like kids, your dad
making right.
No, you didn't know anybody.
Right.
But back then, it really didn't care.
It didn't care. Well, the world was good then.
Yeah.
Now it's different.
Everyone's all butthurt about it.
Yeah. And Wally, he brought me a picture, and it was funny because I remember it. It was a picture of me. I was like 14, 15, kind of like the era we were talking about earlier, and I had this blonde mullet wig on. It was awesome. And I grew a mullet to be funny, and it kind of stuck. I had it for 2 years. I just got my hair.
I know. I studied that.
Yeah, it was badass. It was cool. I'm not going to lie. It was sweet.
You were probably a rock star at Waffle House every time you went.
I would.
That was it, man.
I wasn't a rock star. I was a superstar. I was more like a Waffle House Pope, to be honest with you. But I'll tell you about the Waffle House.
Okay.
I pull up in my pickup truck or my motorcycle. I don't got an order. I show up there. There's this amazing lady there, and I've told her this. People probably think this is weird, but everybody starts their morning some way. Whether they have their served breakfast or
2 cups of coffee, or
they pet their dog. What do they do?
Whatever.
Mine is I wake up early, take a shower, get in my truck, buy Hall of Fame Waffle House. I have a 2-egg special. Have a good time, and it's born in my head because my grandpa Ross, my dad's dad. That was like what you did.
Right.
The Waffle House. That was just the name of the game.
The one on 150 in Mooresville there?
No, he went to Huntersville Line and kind of all over, man. But he's just a Waffle House legend. He should have a tattoo on. But me and my story is there's this waitress there, and anybody in town that's watching this can relate to this. This lady is so excited and so
pumped up about her job.
It's so fun, man. Steve, what are you doing? You want to do it? I'm like, yeah,
Not even light out yet.
Yeah, and it gets your day going, man. I done got an order. Is what I'm saying. I show up and say, hey, Steve, how was your night? I'm like, God, I love you. You're awesome. I'm going to go to the shop and work as hard as I can. It's going to be awesome.
But the one you go to, is that the one on 150? Right?
Absolutely.
Just because that lady's so pumped up, it fires your day right
up, man. I give her a $10 tip for every day for...
That's why she's pumped up when you show up.
I don't care. I'll give her a $100 tip a day. She's fun shit. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So when you look back on everything, you know, you've touched upon like some of your wild times and everything, but it was.
My times were never bad though. They were.
Yeah, I get it, but usually you hurt yourself more than other people. That was, I mean, hurt, but yeah, that's all right.
I've been banged up a few times.
Yeah, yeah. When you wake up in a a helicopter and
naked
and a Bristol,
yeah. That was a race car.
That was a race car problem. Yeah.
I'll tell you something about that old saying, man. When you get older, you kind of feel stuff more and whatnot. And I honestly always took that stuff for granted, you know. But I'm 34.
Are you creaking a little bit?
Oh, God. So I had this really weird, kind of like dumb crash to me. This was, I don't know, this is probably 6-7 years ago. I was at Hickory Speedway. I was still slow, just slow track, you know. And William Byron just started racing late models. And we got together, and I hit the wall, man. I hit it hard, but I didn't think anything of it. Well, the next day I woke up, I was like, God almighty. He's like, I can't walk, dude. Like, what's going on here? Like, this is really weird to me. Blah, 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 blah. Went to the doctor 2 weeks later, because I had to be...
2 weeks later,
I had to be in Berlin, Michigan, I think, on, like, Wednesday the next, like, 3 days from there.
To race another.
Yeah, and we were in... Yeah, it's a big deal, man. We almost won the race, too.
Berlin, I raced there many times.
I'm getting off top.
With your dad, Mark Martin. Yeah, let's not.
We won 20 grand, finished second.
Nice.
Both Polar I'll never forget. But anyhow, when I got to the racetrack, I went... This is 3 days later, I went to hook my seatbelts up, and I was like, the damn seatbelts won't click in. What's going on? And I wrecked so hard at Hickory Speedway, it bent the seatbelt tabs out.
Oh, jeez.
So I got back from Berlin. I just felt terrible, like bad, just very, very bad. Like I can't walk. Like I am like done. So I went there and said, dude, I don't know what. He's my previous doctor.
Right.
When I broke my feet in Nashville and all this type of stuff, he says, we've never done this long. Let's just do this deal, you know. And I went, and oh my God, I was like, my pelvis was like this. So it's like 4 broke vertebrae, next this, and like, he's like, how do you not feel this? I said, man, I kind of blame it with how the football players feel. How they get hit so hard and so vicious that they don't even know the difference. You know what I mean?
You kind of just think it's normal after a while, right?
Yeah, man. And in all honesty, like this was 2 years ago. I'll never forget it. I ran third in Winchester 400. That's the last time I'd ever raced a car. I got out of that car. This was 2 years ago, and I got out. I couldn't walk. I was just like, oh my God, I felt awful. Like it hurts so bad to like sit in those seats and stuff. Now man, if somebody came to me and said, hey, I'm gonna give you $500,000, you're in a short track car, all next year, I said, man, I'm sorry, I'm the wrong guy for it. I just ride this motorcycle.
You're done.
Yeah,
you're done.
I don't miss that shit one bit.
Good for you.
Right.
I'm all in with bikes. I'm all in with my bikes and my little girl and my wife.
And the Waffle House.
And the Waffle House, baby. Waffle House.
But I give you credit because a lot of guys, and you're 34, there's guys that will go 40, 44,
right,
still chasing it.
Think what Mark and Jeff, Mark Martin and Jeff went through.
But you said, you know what, I'm done, I'm good.
Here's the thing, though, man.
But you made that decision at 32.
The whole thing with me is and I know it. I don't even care about it because I know it's not me. But everybody looks at me, oh, that's Rusty kid. He's full of money, got all this shit going on. I'm like, man, you guys, whatever. And I know my talent level and the stuff that I can build. I can do anything you want me to do. Mm-hmm. I can build this, build that, do this, do that. So I ain't worried about it.
No, and what you're doing now is you're proving it yourself. So none of that matters.
It got to the point to me driving a car in a fucking circle was second. It was
to what you're.
It was hobbyist.
Right.
Yes.
It's you're back hobbyist mode.
Yes.
It ain't into it.
So we found out something before we started the show. You're also involved in a little entrepreneur deal franchise that you have.
So that there's
what's it called?
It's called Lobster Dogs. That's what Lobster Dogs is. Lobster Dogs is a franchise that my good friend Chris Yelton, former owner of Sports Page Big Restaurant in Mooresville, started, and we're in the state of Tennessee and the whole state of Georgia. There's really cool trailers and great, really cool lobster dog menu,
food trucks,
food trucks, and so our big deal right now is motorcycles, and we build these really cool, all stainless steel food kitchen trailers.
So you build them and then Set them up somewhere?
Man, I was building a lot of them, and then the motorcycle stuff got so busy that
my brother-in-law... Harley, Harley with claws on it.
Oh, that'd be cool. Build a lobster boat.
Yeah. So
why not? Yeah,
it's cover it with Bondo like the other guys did.
Exactly.
Bondo and butter.
No, but in all seriousness, it's kind of started as a small deal, and it's freaking turned into a giant, huge program to where my brother-in-law Colby Banks and I mean like I was telling you guys earlier, I didn't call them tubing rack trailers because they start. On a metal rack, and they turn out these giant badass trailers and stuff that we're building. So it's
I worked with Colby at the Ginn building.
He's badass.
I love Colby.
Great
fabricator.
Cool story about him. So we went down to
Kevin Harvick's cousin.
He
hates that.
I know he does. That's why I said it.
I wasn't saying it. You said that. I know better. Yeah.
Most people think.
Oh my God! What? No, man. But if we just got off of, it's really cool seeing everybody in their kind of element nowadays. Meaning, we're all young, Bob, whatever, still, but everybody's grown up and changed, and he's married to my sister Katie.
Yes, I know.
So he's my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And they got a really beautiful girl named Vivian, and if we went down to Mexico, my parents had a place down there. Went there for a week. I mean, I've worked, honestly, 2.5 years like crazy nuts, and it felt so good.
To get a break?
Oh, God, man. It was, just going, And we went down and had a blast, and they had a little girl. It wasn't necessarily a story. It was just a cool family fun time. You know?
Yeah. Very nice. Time and you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was badass.
Your little girl same age as his or close?
No, mine's 3. Acts like she's 20. Acts like John Force. And she drinks nitrous before she goes to sleep.
Anybody shocked? Shocked?
And she looks identical. She's. I'm not saying I'm pretty, but man, she looks just like me. She's cool.
Ginger.
I feel bad for my wife, man, because my wife's beautiful chick.
You all kicked your coverage.
Looks good. She's got black hair, gorgeous, and Nova looks just like me. Yeah. Albino render.
Your brother Greg, what's he up to?
He's doing really well, man. He's got 3 little kids now. He's got Ian. He's 5, and 2 little girls that are twins.
Jeez.
Good friend. I'm going to tell you a quick story about Colby.
Colby got a minivan.
He's got what?
Minivan.
He's got a minivan now. So.
You would. That means he's a dad. Yeah, so quick story about Colby. So Colby was working at DEI with me. We had to go to a desert test, and this is when I was at it's General Motors, and Kevin and RCR. All the GM cars are there.
In Arizona, or
yeah, in Arizona. And one of the guys from Childress took Kevin's helmet and says, "Hey, are you ready to go?"
Oh, God.
Because Colby looks a little bit like Kevin.
Okay, guys.
I mean, a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and he was burnt.
He
was over it. He was like...
I've known him for a long time.
Colby's a good dude, man. Yeah. Great fabricator.
He's backbone.
Yeah.
That's somebody that can outweld anybody.
Yeah, I great guy.
Tell you what, man, we're at the top of the hour. I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
I can't believe I was trying to do the math, how long we've known each other. Damn, it's a long time.
We're a little older now.
Yeah, a little older. Well,
we do the math, how long we were neighbors. And
yeah.
I've seen you on Halloween and stuff, but we never really.
That's fine.
My kids came by your house to sell popcorn or something, Cub Scouts, and you gave them a bunch of money or something. Good. It was really cool.
I remember that. Yeah, they were awesome looking. Here's $100.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Continued success. With
man.
With the bikes.
I appreciate you guys having me.
No, I appreciate it.
It's a kick butt show you guys got, and this is cool.
Yeah, and good luck with the Southern Country.
Southern Country Customs.
Check them out. We have a website. You have Facebook.
Yeah, so we're on Instagram, Southern Country Customs, Facebook.
Go check out the photos.
I ain't hard to find.
It's good.
Really good looking bikes. Really good looking stuff.
All right, well, appreciate everybody. Thank you. Our guest next week is Rob Lowe, king of the tire pile. And we worked with him at where?
DEI.
And RCR.
RCR.
We thought it'd be good. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week. Wow. Hey, another great show. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. We do this every Tuesday night. And Warren, I think the guests we've had have been fantastic.
Phenomenal.
And the people that are following us, we appreciate it. We're reaching 42,000 people a month. Can you believe that? And we appreciate you watching. And
we're having fun. Hope everybody else enjoys it.
That's it. And it's just a fun show. Bucket of beer. Guys sitting around talking about it. So keep tuning in. We appreciate it. Check out our store and everything. But we appreciate you people. And we will see you next week. Right, my friend?
Yes, sir.
All right. See you next week.